Check out the material they use instead of the agility bandages for the Kith branding here. It's really soft, it's a little bit thinner than the usual material would be, and there's something about it that's just really, really familiar. I just can't figure out what it is. It's like stretchy. Wait, I know what it is. It's underwear. What's going on, guys? Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Season 2 collaboration between Kith and Adidas in the form of the Nemeziz 17.1 TR, a shoe that I think looks really cool as it is. Kith put their own spin on it. I love the olive green color. It has their branding all over the right shoe, and if you're familiar with this sneaker, you'll immediately notice that it's missing one thing, the laces. This is a laceless variation of the shoe. So we're gonna go over all the details of this sneaker in today's video, including how they look and feel on feet. So if you wanna learn more, please stick around. And if you're interested in a pair for yourself, unfortunately, they are sold out. It released exclusively at Kith, as far as I understand. The original retail price being $150 US. Adidas was nice enough to send these out to me to make a video for you guys, so I'm thankful to them for that. But if you absolutely must have a pair at this point in time, you're gonna have to go in the resale market. eBay would probably be your best bet. And I would imagine you're gonna have to pay more than $150. I haven't looked it up. I'm not sure exactly how popular or how in demand these are, but I know they were very, very limited. So they might be expensive if you must have them. Otherwise, check out the video and we'll go over all the details. Here's a quick look at the box that I'm showing you because it's a drawer style box, which is typical of a lot of limited Adidas stuff. And it's in matching colors. It's that olive green with this bright orangish yellow Adidas logo on the front and the Kith logo on either side. The big thing about the look of this shoe for me is the fact that they put together colors that you typically probably would never think to put together. You have this olive green, kind of army green color, which takes up the majority of the shoe, including the entire midsole and bottom, which I think looks good. I'm a big fan of this color on pretty much any sneaker at all. And they incorporated purple with that, which again, you wouldn't necessarily think to combine the two, but it looks quite good. The right shoe, as you can see, where you would normally have the agility bandages kind of tapering across on this particular sneaker, it just has these, like I showed at the start of the video, kind of underwear bands with the Kith logo just over and over again, which actually looks pretty cool. And obviously it shows off the fact that you have on some Kith Nemeziz trainers, whereas the other shoe, as you guys can see, just has the typical 3-stripe agility bandages, which are purple in color, of course. Again, kind of the normal way you would find this particular sneaker. You'll find that you have the Adidas stripes green on green, so they're fairly subtle in terms of the overall design being incorporated onto the lateral side of the upper, nothing on the medial side. You have the incorporation of some leather material, which gives it a nice premium vibe with the Kith logo there in that bright orange yellow color, small Adidas logo there on the back as well in that same shade of yellow. It's got this little kind of tinted yellow. It almost looks like it's clear plastic that's really old, so it's kind of yellowed a little bit on the side. That Climacool venting right there, kind of all right in the middle area. And then the bottom is translucent in color. It's kind of like that translucent olive green to match the rest of the midsole. So overall, I think it looks really cool. The material of the upper is pretty typical of what you'd find on this particular shoe. It's kind of like a mesh material that does have the stripes that would normally be incorporated in there, but again, it's all one solid color, which I think just gives this shoe a much cleaner look than it would otherwise have in the regular general release colorways that kind of follow suit with the Adidas soccer colorway pack. So really like the look of them, but let me know your opinions on this particular collaboration down below in the comments. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Why or why not? The fact that this is a laceless sneaker is also interesting because obviously the regular variation would actually have laces running through the middle. And again, it's important to note that this is not actually a shoe that's made to be played in. It really is just a casual wear sneaker, even though it is technically labeled as a sneaker. There's not much structure to this upper at all, especially when you remove the laces. But even with the laces, the way that the shoe fits, it's very open, it's very roomy. This is not a structurally sound material that they've incorporated for the entirety of the upper. It's just not made to play in. You could juggle in them really lightly if you wanted to, but you wouldn't want to run in these, you wouldn't want to sprint in these, and you certainly wouldn't want to change direction either. But the fact that they have made this laceless, I think looks quite good overall. I think it's fitting to the overall theme of this particular shoe. And obviously we do get a laceless variation of a Nemeziz sneaker in the form of the Nemeziz Ultra Boost, which was also part of this collaborative effort. Those look really good as well if you want to look them up. But overall, I think the laceless theme actually suits this shoe quite nicely. Just because I know some people will ask, even though it doesn't really matter at all because this is just a casual wear sneaker made for walking around. In a size 9.5 US, these guys weigh in at 10.1 ounces. So if you wanted to know, now you know. On feet, I really liked the look of these sneakers. It's not a very tight fitting shoe, and because the fact they made it laceless doesn't really help the fact that it does have a very loose fit to it overall. You can see as I bend my foot, there's a lot of material that kind of bulges up on top, and that's fairly unavoidable unless you have like really wide, really fat feet to fill up what is a pretty high volume fit in this particular sneaker. And again, because it doesn't have laces, you can't really snug it up across the top of your foot at all. But for walking around, they're not really sliding around on my feet. I've got the proper sizing here. It's just for the sake of the look, which honestly, I personally don't mind the looser fitting look of this shoe in general. As far as the width is concerned, they're very wide, very high volume. They're gonna fit just about anybody, whether it's this version of the shoe or just the regular variation with the laces of the Nemeziz 17.1 TR. Underfoot, fairly comfortable. There's not a ton of underfoot cushioning from this particular midsole. It's not like Boost or anything like that, if that's what you're hoping for. It's got a little bit of a firmer ride in general, but for walking around and just general day-to-day use, casual wear, I find it perfectly comfortable, no issues with it whatsoever. And as far as the sizing is concerned, I'm wearing a size 9.5 US here. I usually wear a 9 US in most soccer cleats, but for sneakers in general, I tend to bump it up half a size just to have a little bit more of a roomy fit because I don't wear them as tight as my soccer cleats would be. And in that size 9.5 US, I would say the fit and length is pretty much perfect. Again, it's a high volume fit, so if you want a more snug feel, I would recommend going true to size. But for regular sneakers, I would probably just go with the regular sneaker size, which for me happens to be a half size up. Anyways, guys, that is it for my review of the Season 2 Kith Adidas collaboration of the Nemeziz 17.1 TR. Really cool sneaker, great colorway. I actually like the fact that they made it laceless, and this is definitely a sneaker that I will work into my monthly rotation. I don't wear sneakers that consistently where I could say I have a weekly rotation, but definitely very, very cool, and I'm happy to have them. Anyways, if you guys are interested in a pair for yourself, like I talked about at the start, they're pretty much sold out everywhere. Check the resale market. That's gonna be your best bet. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below in the comments, and I definitely will get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. If you wanna follow me on social media, all of that is linked down below in the description, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all there. I am very active on Instagram. If you're wondering, if you kind of want to get a better idea of what I do on a day-to-day basis, that is the place to go, especially if you're into sneakers. I usually post what sneakers I wear on a daily basis in my Instagram story, so that's definitely worth checking out. But that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.